What you don't know?
I don't know, Ralph. I'm starting to believe that I'm starting to lose faith in that title.
And what title is that?
Great faith goat.
That y'all aren't our enemies.
Ah,
Yo, why y'all make us out to be your enemy? I believe y'all aren't our enemy, but why y'all make us out to be your enemy, your weakness, your Achilles heel? So you gotta fight and avoid and stay strong. Just read the book of Proverbs. I mean, they are so detailed in how to be wise and stay away from being simple. And it's, I'm just like,
so it's funny. Like I know you love. Go ahead, you can hit it. Oh yeah, but
Sorry,
I know.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah, he's addicted now. He's like a kid at a toy store, man. But it's funny. Like I know a lot of women that bring up just read Proverbs, and a lot of time we talk about when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing, and that's in the book of Proverbs. But we oftentimes don't never realize that it also says that a man that is with a contentious woman, a contentious wife, he'd rather live on top of a roof than live in a house with her. Now that's in the book of Proverbs too. So my thing is this here: if we say, ladies, we're not your enemy, we're not only trying to appeal to your emotions, we also need to appeal to your logic. So when we expose these things that we think that y'all are doing that make men uncomfortable and unhappy, we have to expose those things.
when
So
I think of the book of Proverbs, there's three descriptions that they have in there. They have the wise, the simple, and the foolish. I don't necessarily think about the Proverbs 31 woman, the 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 wife being as annoying as a leaky faucet. They speak so much about a man's a man's responsibility to himself to not fall solely. I don't understand why men do not stand and take accountability. There's so many things teaching you how not to fall and how to be wise and not be foolish upon certain things, but yet it's falling on the women. Now,
so
granted,
what?
they're
So
used as
no, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I
they're
was,
used as a device, but to me, it sounds like you guys, the Book of Proverbs, highlight that there's a weakness in you. And when you recognize that and learn discipline and accountability, it's not on us.
yeah. No, it's not.
Okay, so with that being said, today we got a lot of role reversal. You have a lot of females taking on masculinity traits that they shouldn't even be trying to bag. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't want to go to preach about the Bible because I'm not a Bible tech like that. But from what I'm hearing, I'm like, if we should take on the principles of what the Proverbs is saying, is would that not be the same for the female to take on their principles?
Absolutely.
Yes, it's definitely applicable to us females as well.
But
Absolutely.
let me ask you this here though. See, and this is where I think the problem comes in, that when we talk about masculinity versus femininity, I believe feminine energy naturally submits to masculine energy. But, you know, with the question that you're displaying, we actually showed you an example of us doing just that, which was giving this man wisdom. If he was standing here in front of us, we were actually, as men, telling him what he should do and how he should handle that situation from our perspective. However, it made you feel uncomfortable. And because it made you feel uncomfortable, now you are standing up and saying, well, what is a simp? Why would you say this about this man? You need to display wisdom, but what I displayed was wisdom. I think that we don't realize that there's a burden with decisions that you make, and when a decision you make makes a person feel uncomfortable, you just got to deal with their being emotionally uncomfortable. So to me, if you
Mm-hmm.
ask me about this guy, he was a simp, and then if he stays with her, he's a super simp to me, because you've totally ignored reality and you've just living in the web of her emotions and her feelings. And I don't think that's a good place for him, nor it is a good place for her either, because I don't think I think women, now this is my opinion, you let me know if I'm wrong, but I think women want a man that checks them and tells them, brings them back to reality. I think that's one of the things that women like about a masculine man. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not completely wrong. As long as it's not in a, excuse me. We want to be led. And we won't be offended by someone who we trust to lead us. So being checked or corrected won't necessarily offend her, and she would rightfully follow, especially if she trusts him and is confident that he can lead her in telling her whatever it is in her best interest. No.
So let me ask you this. So now that you have this understanding of my position on this situation, what advice would you give this man if you had to tell him stay or go? What would you tell him?
Well, I think most of y'all know where I stand, I hope, but I don't necessarily sympathize for her. I would have told him to leave. I would not have encouraged him to stay. And even if he wanted to disassociate his feelings from that child, it's his prerogative. Because it is hard to move forward and pretend.
So I asked you a few minutes ago. So it sounds like to me that if he does stay, you kind of would look at him like, just a little bit. Am I wrong? Because, and that's my position on it. Like, bro, don't stay there because I know what comes with this down the road. It sounds like when I say, I lose a little bit of for him, he still be my boy, my partner, but it'd be like, dog, how, like in my mind, I'm looking like, bro, how you lay with her and you know that ain't your jit? Like, that's not your child.
But see, that's the problem. Well,
because
I feel like it's a respect thing. It's like, dang, if you don't respect yourself, how you expect me to respect you?
Yeah, like it's got to be a certain. I like that. I like that. That's
now you're making the decision for him.
No, we're not making a decision for him. We just saying our opinion.
If you don't respect yourself, how can I respect you? That's a part of my character. I could care less who does what to themselves, but my character will still respect you regardless.
Oh yeah, we gonna always respect you. Yeah,
to a degree, to a certain extent. But not saying like as far as the whole image of that person. Like, I'm just gonna totally not respect this man. I'm talking about in that category. Like, you cannot step to me now about a relationship or
nothing,
anything in that field, because it's like you didn't even respect yourself in that field. So how am I respect you in that field?
Because for me, it's the child part, bro. It's like, you ain't just laid with this dude. You actually had his child. Like, and then you trick, like, that's a deception on a whole nother level.
Like, and then especially if this one of my boys.
Oh man, that's even. Oh,
because now I'm looking at her like, damn, you just disrespected my dog.
Yeah.
I'm looking at her as a whole like, I don't respect you.
Oh no, I have zero respect for her. There will never be. No, there's zero respect.
But as far as my dog go, like, yeah, I'm still here for you, bro. But I gotta question that part. Like, dang, bro, where's that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, Kris, you may disagree with that position, but that's how men we would look at it. That's how some men. I ain't gonna say all, because we don't speak for all men. I'm sorry. What you said?
Did I just get it correctly? You would feel if she had a child from your boys. Your homie?
No, he was saying if that was. Oh no, he was saying if that was my homeboy.
No, I was saying if that was my homeboy in that situation, I'm going to look at his girl.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you meant if that was your homeboy that she had a jit with too. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's.
No, I'm just saying it. No, I'm talking about from just the video aspect of me looking at him like, oh, that's my homeboy. If that was your homeboy, yeah. You get what I'm saying? Now I'm looking at his girl like, damn, you done tried my dog.
Yeah.
Like, I don't respect you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She has zero respect. None at all. Like, She needs to live in that shame. I think we need to bring shame back. Like people need to feel shameful for some of the stuff they do.
Yes. Yeah, that's a fact.
That's for me.
You don't think they're responsible for the strain on your relationship with your friend? If he had decided to stay with the woman who had a child outside of their marriage,
no, because
you're still friends with him, but you still give her that scarlet letter or that shame because you know the truth.
She said,
you sympathize for the friend.
She said, would it put a strain on our friendship if that was my partner?
That you look at his wife sideways.
And I look at his wife sideways.
You mean, so as far as me and my partner relationship, if that's my partner, like, nah, our relationship is not going to change. Like, if that's somebody that I ride for, or I know that I ride for me, that's not going nowhere. But being that that's my partner, and if that is genuine, I'm going to let him know, like, bruh, and that feel, I don't respect that. You got to know how my heart feel towards that category. Like, I don't respect that. And then even looking at her, he's gonna know that, bruh, I don't like her for you. Because she tried you. You get what I'm saying? Especially if I know that's my dog, I wouldn't try you like that or anything to that degree. Of course, I'm gonna feel some type of way. Like, nah, that's not flying.
Yeah, same here. Like, that's my dog. Like, my friend, we not changing. Like, whatever we did before, because that ain't number one. Ultimately, it ain't got nothing to do with me. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, whatever decision you make, bro.
Yeah, of course. If that's what you want to be.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Go ahead. Like, I'm not like, okay, I'm gonna always, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, cause if you my partner, you gonna ask me, bro, what you think? Bro, I ain't with none of that. And then if you make that decision, like, bro, I already told you how I done felt about it, so I ain't with none of that. You know what I'm saying? And I done had friends who have called me and said, you know, they done caught their old lady cheating, this and that. And I always said, bro, I don't have no influence over that decision. Whatever decision you decide, I'm going to rock with you. But in this case, it's a jit involved, a child involved. Bro, like that's a violation beyond measure for me. So I tell them that, like, bro, that I can't respect that. But my relationship with you ain't going to change. And your woman will never, I don't you know what I'm saying? Like, she's a ghost to me.
So what if it was one of your friend girls, like, just reversing the situation? If that happened to your friend girl, how would you handle that dynamic?
City girls.
Is it a hot girl or something?
I would want her to leave. And me being her friend, I would probably have the same response and hope that it doesn't put a strain on our relationship, because I would not want her to be with him so deeply that I'd have to try not to remind her of the misfortune in the situation. So, yeah, I wouldn't want her to stay, because that's hard to get through.
Yeah,
I've never experienced it myself, but it's hard.
So, like you asked us on the respect level, how would you handle that situation? Would you still have respect for her, or how would you look at her when it comes to respect?
Yeah, I still have respect for her, because I know it's just her level of tolerance. She'll get tired. My mom used to say this all the time. You ain't tired yet. She'll get tired. And unfortunately, you stay too long, you get too attached.
So you think she should leave him too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she should leave, but if she decides to stay, I'd have to respect it. Now, if I didn't see any behavior change or any actions change, knowing she's accepted his flaws and you know, his discrepancies, that's when I really would urge her to leave.
And
like, he's not trying to rectify the situation.
How would your outlook be upon him? Like, how would you look at him going forward if she decided to stay in the situation?
Going forward, I wouldn't respect him. I would not respect him going forward. I'd have to see some complete change.
Now, Kris, at this part of the show, we got a little game we like to play. Little 5 random questions we ask you. And y'all think of some random questions, if y'all can think of some random questions. Well, yeah, 5 random questions we can ask you, and these are rapid fire. So, and I'm just pulling these offline. So 5 random questions, you got to give us the first thought that comes to your mind. All right? You ready?
Okay.
All right. So, what sound will instantly melt your heart?
What sound?
Yes.
Mm,
The key word is
honestly,
rapid.
I would probably say a rainforest.
Rainforest. Okay, cool. Rainforest.
Oh, you
Now-
know what that remind me of?
What's that? Yeah.
That remind me of a rainforest.
Hey, we got 5 questions, man. You don't even know. Stop. Don't press no more
I
button.
was gonna fade it out.
Okay.
I was gonna fade it out.
So, second question for you. What's a small thing you've recently noticed that men do that improve the world?
Small things that men
These some hard rapid
that
questions.
I noticed
know.
recently.
Yeah, they don't got to be recently. Just tell me one thing that you think men do that improve the world.
That improve the world.
Yes.
Wow. I guess there's so many. But,
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, because these not rapid
it
questions.
really
That's a
is
really
difficult.
good. Men created the cars, so she could have said something like that.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah, men created all this. So over the last year, y'all, you failed that question because you couldn't provide an answer. So you got an F for that one. Next question: What was the best thing you learned from a man over the past year?
Wait,
Over the past year, what was the best thing you learned from a man?
you can't ask these questions. Rapid. You should have just said, I got some questions for
No,
you.
okay. The point was this here.
Best thing that I learned is
No, we could ask these questions.
Now, the reason why I'm asking these questions, go ahead. You had to answer. Yeah, go ahead.
you want me to answer that?
Yeah.
You do not own them. They do not own you.
That's what you learned from a
You
man.
are absolutely.
All right, that's
you have no possession of them.
Now we asked you like 3, 4 questions.
Ask the other ones.
No, I know. I've already proved my point, and the point that I wanted to prove was this: when it comes to valuing a man, why do women have a hard time doing that? Because if you ask me a question, what's some of the things that I learned from a woman, or what values women, I can answer those questions within 3 to 5 seconds. But you was having a hard time because I don't think black women value black men like that.
Let me just say this, and I don't know. I don't think that to be true. I haven't had much outside interaction in a long time. I telework and I work from home, so there hasn't been much of anything that I've learned in direct contact, or I try to limit my time on social media. So for what it's worth, I can't. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't value or love black men, because I absolutely do. And it really pains and hurt me to hear y'all feel that way about us, because we're the ones who go to bat for you. And I'll go to bat for you even when I know y'all don't think you're respected by us or cared and valued by us. But I'm sorry if I couldn't answer that impromptu, but my actions would show you a lot better.
Okay. You had something? Okay, yeah. No, I just wanted to ask that question because we gotta, keep it all the way real. Smitty, you had something?
Yes.
Because I saw you over there. You was in the book.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get it in the book.
No, that book there is kind of heavy.
Wait a second. Give me a second.
All right. Well.
Give me a second.
All right. You had a second.
Yeah, that was.
That's the Vil sound. The Vil sound do it every time.
Yeah.
So while you pulling up whatever it is that you pulling up.
I'm pulling something good. I promise.
Okay, well, we waiting on you now. We ain't going nowhere, but we don't want no dead air. So we gotta just keep talking. You gotta keep talking through the pod.
Hey, Kris, you know I freestyle?
No.
I got a beat.
Well,
There you go. I got a beat for you.
Hey,
Oh, she said she doing that.
she do. Hey, go ahead, Chrissy. Because I know Chrissy Pooh.
Wow, no.
This is Chrissy Pooh right here. Yeah, we got a beat for you. Go ahead.
I want to hear the acapella.
Oh, you want to hear the acapella? Okay, Chrissy Pooh, one time.
No.
Go ahead and do what you do. The same thing you
Why
did.
you set me was embarrassing.
Do the same thing you did up there in Tennessee.
No, that was a family affair. I can be silly and embarrass myself with y'all.
Oh no, you sounded a little confident when you was like, well, you know, I feel like she got something in her bag.
Kris, you got something? You the queen of 4 bars.
I was just about to tell you that. I only have 4 bars.
Go ahead.
Let us hear something. You want me to take off
No.
first? Okay, that's how we're going to do it. I'm going to take off first, and then you take off after me. So that way you get comfortable. All right?
Wow. If Lorraine in here, she would laugh
I know.
at me so hard.
Because Lorraine know Chrissy Pooh. You ready? Here we go. We ready to get started. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You know I'm having fun. Chilling with my homeboys. Chilling with Chrissy Pooh. We about to make a ton of money. Ain't nothing funny. Don't bounce around like a bunny. Go ahead. Get on Chrissy Pooh.
Hey, yo, I'm coming through like a baby in the birth canal. You know, you see me, I can tell.
That's all she got.
Fire shot.
The whole time we in Tennessee, we chilling around the fire. Me and my cousins freestyling. She come in hard like that.
Yeah.
And you thinking like, wait a minute, she got something, and then it just stopped.
Just stop.
Yeah, Kris.
Yeah, she pulled to me. That's what I do.
That's that one without the two.
Right.
Yeah, that's the one without the 2. Yeah, we told her, Kris, we ain't buying no more. She had us locked in. She got a whole little look. She be bopping like this here. She be moving with it. And then she'll take off and we'll be locked in, and then it'll be
That's it.
2 bars. And you like, oh.
Kick tat y'all niggas.
Yeah.
If I was a rapper, I would gladly admit that I have a ghostwriter. I would not even write the bars for me, and I'll deliver it for you.
I might need it. You know, I'm trying to start a ghostwriting business.
All right, I got something for you, Kris. This is not really rapid fire, but this is a brief assessment.
Okay.
All right, so we got to give a shout out to IGotStandardsBro.com. Whoever this person made this website is awesome. And I want to give you a short assessment. It's only about four things that I'm going to ask you, and you just let me know, okay? So the question is that what are your chances of finding your dream man, right? So it has 4 categories, right? It has age, race, height, and minimum income, right? Just 4 basic things. So tell me the age range that you would like to have the man of your dreams at.
Between the ages 36 and
22 and 24.
You said
She's
36 and what?
22 and 26.
46.
And 46.
Oh,
Okay, that's a 10 gap. Okay.
Thought you was a cougar.
Do they have to be married or not married?
Oh, not married.
That's a tab. It said exclude married. Okay, I'll exclude married men.
No, he cannot be married.
Okay. Well, look, this is your dream guy. I'm just saying the dream guy. He could be married.
He can be married to me, yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Right. Well, we got that. So race. You want black, white, Asian, or any shade of color?
Preferably black, but at this point, any shade.
Any shade of color? Or you want me to do black?
Mm-hmm.
You said at this point.
Black.
You gave up on us?
You gave up on us? Yeah.
Oh, that's what she did?
I don't know if y'all still love me, child. I don't know.
So we doing black or any shade?
Well, just say black. I want them black.
Okay,
black.
So the minimum height.
Oh, 6 feet.
No, minimum height, like how tall they are.
She said
minimum height has to be 6 feet.
6 feet. I thought you said big feet. And I'm like, nah, that don't make sense. Do you want them? Do you care about if they obese or not?
Yes, these days in my life, I really much so care.
You want me to exclude them?
Would. Yes,
exclude them.
The large in size.
Okay, large in size. So girth is not your thing. All right.
Exclude them.
So minimum income. What's the minimum income they have to make?
That's really hard to say. Honestly,
bare
I just
minimum.
want them to live within their means. Oh, bare minimum,
Bare
I'll
minimum.
say about 60.
60. 60K. All right, so I'm gonna read it off to you before I hit enter. So, what are the chances of you finding the man of your dreams? This is a live search study conducted by the U.S. Census Bureau and the NCHS. Just to give you a heads up who did it, where these stats are coming from. So the age is in between 36 and 46. Race is black. Height is 6 feet. No, it does not exclude obesity. I forgot to check that. And the minimum income of 60K. And we're excluding married men, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to hit this find out button. It's searching. It says, according to statistical data, the probability of you finding this guy in the U.S. Population between 36 and 46, you have a 0.11% chance.
What?
And then on top of that, and I'm gonna show everybody too. So there's a delusion score, right? So that's the one thing. So you are 4 out of 5 in delusion.
Well, open up the race. Open up the race bracket.
You want me to open up the race?
Open up the race
She
bracket.
said she gave up on us.
Yeah,
but
she gave up. So put other race. Any race.
Put other race? Okay. All right. We're going to do a new search.
Our last podcast, I said, ladies, brighten your horizons.
You did say
open up your age range
said
So-
that.
and get dating pool.
So you gonna open up the range. So we included married men, right? Since you want to brighten up your.
I
oh,
said
okay.
no. I can't bring that
All right,
home.
any shade.
And
So
don't want
so everything's the same as, and you want any shade, right?
any shade.
All right. Let's see what your chances are. Ooh, you got more dots. According to
survey
statistical data, you got a 1% chance of finding that man in between 36 and 46 with all of your things. And you,
Okay, so how do I increase my chances? Because I can't date nothing
Okay.
So
shorter than me.
where you at with it now? Like, how is it looking? Does
look at that,
this
4 out of
sound?
5.
Does this sound accurate?
This website is awesome.
Yeah, I
No,
love this. You definitely got
That's
to
not quite accurate. No.
It don't sound accurate. So as far as
No, because I think if I put myself in a position to, I don't know, maybe.
where you stand
date.
at where you
We
stand
stand
at
at
right
right
now.
now.
Yes.
Ah!
And from what you got on your roster, does this sound accurate?
Yeah, she do got a roster. We did find that out a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a roster.
Okay, so
I'm sorry about that.
so how is these percentages correlating with your status at the very moment?
The 0.%
Yes.
It is 0.11%. So you got
I don't
a
believe
10th,
that.
a 10th
We-
of a
we
percent.
got-
I do not
You don't
believe
have
in
to.
that.
You don't have to.
How is it looking? That's what I want to know. Is it accurate?
I'd have to be what? Like,
Yeah,
I'd have to
that-
go to a concert in order to just interact with these people.
Not
Like,
going-
I have to literally.
with the dynamics you have now, with everything you have going on right now, and what's on your line right now, who you in contact with, you know what I'm saying? Just as of right now, is it accurate? Nothing else involved. As you stand right now, is it accurate?
What you talking about? The 0%?
Yeah. The man of your dreams.
So you want me to just say I ain't got no man or a man of my dreams?
We're not telling you to say that. We just want to know, is it accurate?
You-
We trying to keep you from like exposing yourself or anything like that. We just asking, is it an accurate depiction?
Yeah, y'all, I'm single. Dang.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we have it.
That's hard to get out.
That's all. Hey,
So
yo.
I'm gonna tell you, Chris. But one of the things that's gonna help your chances is if you take off that 6 foot, because statistically there's not that many men in total that are of that 6 foot stature? I mean,
she
I know
says-
y'all want that.
How tall are you?
Cause she tall, my family tall, so I
Oh,
get all the men in our family tall. Even the shortest man in our family is like
why
6'1".
is that?
Well, I'm just
That's
giving her
not
the stats.
unrealistic to me because I see 6 foot men. I see them in my family,
Okay.
but I also encounter 6 foot men.
Okay, are
Or
they
I,
okay? So you encounter 6 foot men, but are they not married? Are
yeah,
they
they're
of
not married.
Are they of any race? They not
No, they're
obese,
black.
and they all make 60,
No,
60 grand a year.
or more. Yeah.
So
why
what's
they
the
not-
problem?
Why you
So
not
why
hitting
you ain't
on
got?
them?
Yeah, why you ain't? Wait,
Yeah, that's your ideal man. You got 1%.
One of them I believe is a narcissist. One of them I
Oh,
believe
Lord.
has Asperger's. One of them I believe.
Asperger's. What? So you discount him because of Asperger's?
What's Asperger's?
That's like another side of autism.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
No,
you discount
think
him
so.
because of that?
very smart, but I think he has a low EQ. He's very logical and matter of fact and all that stuff, but I don't
You
know. I just don't.
You see what you're doing with
I
all
don't
these
know.
filters that you putting on people?
That's why the percentage is
That's,
low.
that's why your percentage was at 1% until you start naming all that. Now you at like 0.000
So now do you
of a percent.
do you understand the question that I asked you earlier, which was, do you appreciate when I asked you the questions about what has man done in the world? that made
I
the
do
world better?
appreciate them.
No,
I just don't find it
Whoa. Give me a second. Let me get it out. You do appreciate them, okay, but how do you show the appreciation? Because when you show a man the appreciation, and if you've encountered these men who are in the 1%, then I'm being honest with you. They would propose to you. They would want you to be their wife because men, even at a certain age, want wives because we want legacies. We want families. So that was the question.
I was about to say they married already.
Yeah, they could be married already.
Yeah. So
they ain't.
So yeah, when I hit
She said they ain't.
So Kris, just to give you some disclaimers. So when we hit the exclude married status button, it excluded people that verified that they was married with a spouse present, married with a spouse absent, separated, divorced, widowed, never married / single, and widowed or divorced. So we tick that, and we only eliminate the first two, the married part. So when I did open it up, boy, your chances flew off the Richter scale. You at 8.7 now, and I took the obesity off.
Take off separated, married, and what was that other one that still keeps you legally married? I don't want nothing to do with no.
No, it's only two of them. Well, widowed.
Oh, okay.
But I only could take off the first two. So sorry about that. But yeah, that's
8%.
Like I said,
I got 8%.
Yeah, you got 8% when you open it up. You telling your girls to expand their horizons. So go ahead and expand your horizons, girl. You better get it. You better get into that. Nigga me.
Just raise the bracket to 50. Can we go up in the age? I'll do 15-year difference.
You do 15-year difference?
I'll do 15. Go to.
Wow.
Now I'm gonna have to talk to my dad.
I say you ready to start rubbing Ben Gay, and yeah, helping people take their medicine.
Balls to the thighs. Woo.
No, wait a minute now. You got some 50-year-old men who are really in good shape and
so find 50-year-old men who are not in the obesity category, who are not married.
That's still on the market.
That's still on the market.
Still on the market.
That's ready to settle down and get married. Like these are the points that we trying to make. Like I think that like when we say ladies, we not your enemy, we really want you to understand how we feel and what we want, because there's a lot of guessing with women today. Like wow, or not even it is guessing because you answer questions that only a man can answer. Well, why do men want this? Why do men want that? Or what? Why would he do this? Or why would he do that? And the thing is, like, I'm not telling you why. I'm just telling you what it is. This is what I want. Either you're gonna give it or not. So I think that, but I do understand where you're coming from though, because a lot of women look at it like, they're afraid to commit and to settle down. Even when they find a good man, they still get scared.
Damn, Kris, you ain't got no chance in hell, girl.
We punching numbers over here. You keep going under 1%.
I did to 50. I just added 36 to 50, and out of that is 6.3 of all black men that's in that age range. Your probability of finding that man is 0.73.
Almost 1%.
I just don't believe that. God has made millions, billions of people on this world, on this earth, and I just don't believe. Now, he may not turn out to be, fit all of these criteria,
but how do you when you come across empirical data such as this, and you say you don't believe it? But I want to know, how do you feel when you hear that? Like, tell me what's coursing through your emotions when you hear that.
How do I feel about what?
Those odds that Smitty just shared with you.
I feel disbelieved.
You feel disbelieved?
I feel very much so disbelieved. That may be true in some concentrated area, but I don't necessarily feel it's true about myself, because in this moment, I have decided to just patiently wait. But I'm coming more and more to terms to, like, you know what? I may very well be single until my dying day. However, I don't know. I just gotta just fill my world up with other enjoyable things,
So you tell me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you do want a relationship, but you want it solely on your terms. So
no, I don't want a relationship on my terms. I want someone who's going to be an active dater, someone who really puts in the effort and proves themselves. As likewise, I need to know someone. What are your expectations of me? I'm telling you my expectations of you. I just want someone who already got a clear vision for their own life and clear about what they want as far as me being a part of that. Other than that, I can't see anything.
So you want somebody that's already finished?
No, I want someone that's already working in his will and destiny and purpose in life.
Well,
and if you're finished, then so be it. As long as you're living, you're going to be finished.
Well,
you're always going to have.
Well, not finished in that stance, like where he about to die, but finished as in, he didn't hit his stride, he didn't hit his goals, and he already living his life that he set out.
There's no such thing as that.
Well, I mean, it all depends on him, because his purpose can be
whatever.
If
there's no such thing as that, you want a man like that, though. So that man doesn't exist? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what you said. You want a man that's already walking in. I
don't want a man that's finished, because he may very well. If he's finished, it's because he's content right in that space. But I don't want him to lack motivation and ambition and whatever those things that keep you driving in life. But no, I don't know. But I will say this, and maybe it's too young. I'm too young to maybe drop out of the game, but I'm coming to terms like it is what it is.
Yeah, and that's because
this is my cousin. 5'3" nigga.
No, well, this and I understand, because this my cousin, and people don't understand like how serious I take this stuff. Like, this is really serious to me, because I look at women, like black women, and I be like, dang, like, you pushing 30 and ain't nobody proposed to you, ain't nobody, like, that's tough. And I look at it like, dang, like in your mid-30s, you ain't got a husband, ain't nobody bowed down and made you your wife. That, like, I can only imagine, like, a woman looking around like, I'm seeing other women get married, why not me? So the reason why I wanted to create this show was to not bash women. That's never my intention. My intention is to, like, expose the reality that this is the things that men want. And I'm actually, well, we all are. If you listen close enough, we're giving you the cheat sheet. There's a test out there, and we're giving you the answers to the test. So if you fail the test, it's not on us because we gave you the answers. Like in that last show, we told you, like, look, men are looking for submission. And when you already have a child, that you brought to the table, which is, that is a problem. But one of the ways you can overcome it is by becoming more submissive, working on being friendlier, not questioning everyone's move, not, having all of these unmeasurable standards. He just have to be this, that, this, and that, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, but y'all, it's almost like a woman with a child has to be grateful for what she gets, and that's not where I stand at all. Because
no, it's not that. But I don't think it's that. I'm just saying. I'm not saying take anything. You never heard me say just take anything. No, what I'm saying is it is a tougher journey for you, and these are the things that you could do to give your, make your odds out here better. But I'm not saying just take anything. No, don't just take any guy. Don't have no standards.
It's a tough journey for Black women, period. It's a completely tough journey for Black women, period. Even if I didn't have a child, it's going to be tough because you Black men do not desire us. You have really implanted this thing in your heads like we are your enemy. And we really, it breaks our hearts to hear y'all feel that way about us. I've learned that there's no amount of money, no amount of education, no amount of items or possessions that will draw men to you. You can be fine as all outdoors. Your looks and all that stuff, it's not going to be the standing, the thing that will keep him, of course. But it's like, well, it's such a contradiction. I'm so confused about what you guys men really want. You said submission. I get the word submission.
It's so much more that comes with that, though. But hold on, Kris.
I cannot submit to a man who doesn't have his own life path worked out. He has no plans for himself or even can articulate what he wants.
But you said, but you said earlier that you come across these men who are 6 foot making over $60K a year. If you're making over $60K a year, you pretty much can take care of yourself.
Yes.
So if you're coming across these men, now we're saying, let's take a look at ourselves or take a look at the woman in the mirror, in this case, and say, what is it that I'm doing that could possibly be wrong? Why? Because men do want, like I said, we want legacy in marriage and all that. So those are just thoughts that we have for you. But with that being said, we're going to wrap up this After Hours with Ladies We Not Your Enemy. It is I, the GFG. We have with us none other than
the Great Faith Girlfriend.
AKA the Deacon of Destruction.
Deacon of Destruction.
This sound on the mics right now. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Chrissy Pooh, go ahead and give us 4 bars as we exit.
Wow, don't hype me up today.
I can't hype you up. Okay, well, I'm going to go first, and then you're going to go right after. We're going to bring nothing but disaster. Ladies, we not your enemy. The first, and it's the second chapter, who coming after Chrissy Pooh.
I'm going to try to hit a few bars. Don't do that.
Oh, I don't put you on the spot. I couldn't even get my 2 bars out of it, but it's all good, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it.
There it is.
It's the Ladies We Not Your Enemy. We'll catch you in the next episode. Hi.